Welcome to Enlightened World Network. Dr. Ruth Anderson and Teri Angel here for a meditation a day. Today we are doing something that we call meditation excavation. That's where we just go into meditation. We invite you to join us and we just share with you what we're seeing from spirit. And there's always something that they're showing us. So we're glad you're here. Teri Angel, I'm super glad you're here.
Oh, thank you, Ruth. It's good to be here.
Okay, so Teri, do you want to start us off?
Sure. All right, friends, welcome in. Let's take a deep breath into our heart center. You want to touch that space just above your physical heart. That's where we breathe into. And as you breathe in, just let your focus go to how you're feeling, what you're experiencing, as we call in the angels to surround us. Archangel Raphael, the angel of healing, Archangel Michael, our guardian angel who keeps this a sacred space for us to work in. Archangel Gabriel, the angel of clarity, and Archangel Uriel, the earth angel, who grounds us and keeps us balanced. And that's what he's doing right now. It's bringing our energy to the earth, growing roots at the bottom of our feet as we connect in with the earth planet and feeling that beautiful centering and balancing that happens. On your inhale, bring that energy up to your heart and anchor it in there. And then take another breath as we travel upward now, up and out to the universe, to the divine. And we connect in with the creator, the source of all that is, that I call God. Don't have to have a name, just know that we're going to the highest being that is and calling in all divinity, Divine Mother, Jesus, angels, archangels, ascended masters. And we ask that what happens here today is divinely led and guided, and only love and light can enter into this session together. So pull that energy down into your heart and anchor it there with the earth energy. And we've now created a channel from the earth to the divine that we can experience grounded energy along with our beautiful divine soul energy coming to us from above. So get yourself comfortable, just breathe normally, and let's take a journey and see where we end up at. Oh, Ruth, I feel so surrounded by love. It's just pure, unconditional love today.
I definitely feel that, Teri. Thank you.
Yeah, I felt like the sun breaking through the cloud. That's what it felt like.
So I entered this meditation asking Divine Mother for help with grief because one of my loved ones is in a lot of physical pain. And then it turned to my emotions turned to almost righteous indignation, for lack of a better term. It's like, what can I help with? What can I impact? We believe that we are more powerful than we even know. So what can I do? And they put mirrors up in front of us, Teri, for us to really see ourselves. I'm seeing it in spirit form. So not seeing myself, not seeing you in spirit form, but seeing ourselves in spirit form in the mirrors. And it's not the typical spirit form, because so often in spirit form, I see sort of like a white, cloudy, sort of divine sense, but that's not what I'm seeing right now. So I'm curious as to what they're preparing to show us. But what I'm seeing in you, I'm seeing a flame that's got like blue and purple.
Mhm.
And in me, I'm seeing a flame that's got yellow and red. And I'm just curious about what are they showing us here?
Yeah, because when I look, I see that channel that we opened up. And yeah, I see different colors. I see the purple, the blue. I've even got some orange going on. So I'm not sure what that is. Just watching it as it merges and evolves.
Well, with yours, I also see a little white and pink.
Mhm. Definitely some compassion going on. And I heard this is where our strength is. So often we think that it's in our words or in the actions that we do, but our real power, our strength is right there in the very core. And when we do that connection to our higher self and ground ourselves in the energy, we become more powerful. And I see the red is kind of taking over in your mirror, Ruth. It's it really wants to be seen right now.
Friends, if you're meditating along with us, look at your mirror. I know that they're providing this for all of us. This is not just for me and Teri. So take a look in your mirror at your soul, and what do you see? I love it. So what I'm hearing is because to me the red is anger. I mean, like I said, righteous indignation. That it is really what I was feeling. And what I just heard was when you come from a place of anger, you can't feel the love, and that person that you care so much about can't feel the love.
Right. And anger does have its place. And especially when there's something that's happened, you can use that anger to motivate you, to move you, but you don't want to stay there. And I think that's why I saw the red just really kind of building and building. But red also is the color of our root chakra. And that's all about safety and security in these human bodies. So that's understandable that that might be shaken when something happens to a loved one.
Well, and the pain this one is going through is back pain, and your back is your stability.
Mhm.
So it could also be red for her root chakra and needing to bolster that root chakra in her.
Mhm.
The intensity is fine, I'm hearing. It's the emotions behind the intensity. And not that it's not okay to be angry. They're not saying it's not okay to be angry. But I think to be the most effective that we can, as a light worker, as someone who wants to help with energetic healing, can't come from anger.
Right. It's important to realize, though, that we need to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
We need to say thank you for being there to show us something that we need to pay attention to, just like pain. It's an indicator that there's something we need to pay attention to and to figure out, okay, how am I dealing with this? What am I doing? And so it's really like that red engine light that comes on your car that says there's something going on, you need to pay attention. So that, yeah, anger is, it's huge in our human existence, but it's not a place to live. It's a place to heed the warning and see then, okay, where do I go from here? What do I do with this? And that's what I always ask. When anger comes up, what do I do with this? And am I supposed to do anything or process it as an experience that I'm going through?
So, Teri, they're showing me when I turn that, switch it to love rather than anger fueling this, the vision in the mirror changes dramatically.
Mm.
Because what I'm seeing now is pink and white and like, I was going to say teal, but it's not really teal. It's this really washed out light blue tinge of teal, but it's a lot of pinks and white. It's very vibrant, but it's very different than what it was coming from a place of anger.
Yeah, I was seeing that before you even said the pink. I was seeing the pink rising up and so beautifully. You know, pink, when we think of the colors, red is, it can be kind of harsh. And pink is that soft glow that we have when we're really connected into spirit, the compassion, the love, the unconditional love that we feel inside. And when we're in that kind of energy, it's hard to stay in anger. Anger does have its place. But again, realizing that it's there for a purpose and not as a way of life. Some people go a lifetime without releasing their anger. And that, to me, that's just sad because it is no way to live.
Where we're being invited to invite those who we care about, who are in pain, who are sick, who are struggling, to come in spirit and look at their own mirror. And I know for folks that are feeling that bad, it's hard to even think you can see a shape, anything in your mirror. It's hard to show up.
Yeah, because just think about when you're in that deepness of the anger, you don't want to be around people and you especially don't want to look at yourself. But I see mirrors popping up everywhere now. I see people taking that step, and it is a step out of the comfort zone to look at yourself, to look at the anger that might be coming out of you. So just look and see if there's any shift. If you see that red or any other color that's unlike love, see if it shifts with just acknowledging it. Sometimes that's all it takes, just to give it that acknowledgement that it's asking for.
I've got three folks here that I'm watching at the mirror that are in physical or mental health pain. And I'm just watching as they see themselves in spirit form. And two of them, it's very healing. An aha moment of, oh, that's beautiful. And the other one is so down, can't even look. Teri, do you have folks? Do you see folks there at the mirrors?
Mm-hmm. I do. And I'm seeing some that are, I guess the word is confused by situations in life and just wondering, questioning why things are happening, which always puts us into a victimhood. So that's hard also to look at in the mirror. If you feel like something outside of you is creating something bad, something not to your liking, then it's hard to look in that mirror because you're looking at yourself in the mirror. And when you're so focused on being a victim, you don't look at yourself. You look at whatever is out there that's creating the energy of pain or heartache, hurt. So we invite you to look in the mirror without judgment, to look with a question of, what am I supposed to do with this? What am I supposed to do with this energy going on inside of me? Whether that might be hurt or anger, regret, shame, blame. Just look openly and without judgment, without saying it's good or bad. Just see your experiences as experiences. This is what's teaching and helping us to understand more fully our spirit being. And I'm watching some people come up to the mirror and immediately turn away. So there's some that's not ready, and there's no judgment about that. Whenever you're ready, that's when you can look in that mirror.
And I see angels there. My loved one who couldn't even stand up to look in the mirror because feeling so devastated. I'm seeing an angel on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
When I look in her mirror, I see beautiful pink and white. I'm hoping she will be able to get to that point where she can look and see that.
We can hold that space. We hold space for others who are going through whatever trial or tribulation is going on. We can't do it for them. And that's, I think, where you're at, Ruth. You can't force that person to see that it's for a purpose. And if they look inside, they can find healing energy inside of themselves. No matter what kind of pain it is, it might be physical pain, it might be emotional, mental, or spiritual. But each one of us has to deal with that pain. We are the ones that have to say, okay, how do I respond to this? How do I react? What do I do to help myself? I just saw a beautiful angel come and stand by your loved one. It's like she's trying to illuminate the body to show your loved one that it's okay. We've got you. We've got you. And holding you up even when you can't stand up.
Well, and I'm also seeing that this is the best way to help someone. I mean, my question coming into this was, how do I help?
Mhm.
This is the best way to help by helping bring people to the angels and so they can see their own soul and their own soul's journey. This is how to help the most. This can't be done in anger. This can only be done in love.
Yeah, all healing comes from love. And that's something that one of my guides shared with me years ago. That when we move out the other emotions and bring love fully into our experience, we're going to see things different and we're going to experience the world differently. Sometimes it takes getting away from the distractions, shutting off things to where we can fully sit with ourselves. And that's hard when you're in pain to just look at yourself and look at what you're going through. But it's so necessary.
As I'm watching her, she's still sitting on the ground, but she's looking up into the mirror now. And she's able to see the pinks and the whites. And the angels are talking to her. They're explaining to her what she's seeing.
Yeah, that's a big part of it, Ruth, is being willing. Like I said, I saw Manny that came to the mirror but turned away. When you're willing to look, willing to fully understand what's going on, that's the biggest part of the journey to healing. Just be open. And even if you're not believing, even if this makes no sense to you at all, just be willing to try to ask questions, to see if there's something that happens when you do look.
She's on her knees now, but so she can get closer and see a little higher. Like she's interested now. She's asking questions now.
Mhm.
And I want to say I didn't invite her in. She showed up, as did
Mhm.
the other two. And I've seen time and time again that when folks are ready and open to a shift or help, they'll show up. They show up at these meditations.
Yeah. Every time that I'm on the air doing a program or a healing call, I always ask for those that need to hear the message to be there, that their higher self guide them at that right moment to hear the message. And it's beautiful when that happens. Yeah, your loved one was brought here today by their higher self.
Mhm.
The divine timing.
Teri, I see us walking behind folks. So we're in spirit form, we're in those colors. I see that. And we're just sort of walking behind folks. And I turned around and there are so many people in front of their mirrors. Like when you're at a military cemetery and rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of crosses. That's what it looks like, but they're the mirrors with folks in front of them.
Right. Yeah, we definitely have a room full, and they're all seeking.
Even the ones who show up but don't look are seeking. Otherwise, they wouldn't have shown up. Which is kind of a fascinating thought. And it's not just folks that are in bodies. Some of these folks have passed on already. They've transitioned and they're still working on the soul. Yeah, I think we don't talk about it very often that folks who have already left their body, that are in the ethereal realm in spirit, they are still working on their souls. It's not a one and done, at least not how I see it. I think a lot of the growth happens when they're in body, but there's still growth and learning happening.
Mm-hmm. Processing all those experiences that were had. Yeah, it's definitely an ongoing journey. And the other thing that Spirit wants me to share is it may not be an immediate transformation when you look in your mirror. You might want to sit there with that energy for a bit and just ask, what am I supposed to do with this? How do I deal with what I'm feeling inside? And what's the purpose of it? So what you're really doing is looking for answers, but you're looking inside of you and not to anything outside of you.
And some folks haven't seen themselves in soul version before. And that's kind of awe-inspiring.
Mhm.
There's more to me than just me in this body. Some of what I'm hearing at my loved one's mirror is she's asking questions as she's looking at her soul version. And she was looking at this red splotch and she was asking about that. And then the question was coming up about, well, why did I have to go through this? And why did I have to go through that? And helping understand some of those experiences in life.
Yeah, and there's some things in life we'll never understand as long as we're in this human form. We might not get answers for why something happened to a loved one or why something happened to us. But that's where the trust comes in, trusting that there is a higher being, there's a higher plan, and there's a divine plan for each of us.
I'm definitely feeling Divine Mother's presence here. She's sending calm, the gift of calm over this entire space. It's like a purple energy, calm and love and acceptance, I just heard. Looks like we just lost Teri. We'll see if she comes back on. I'm still seeing what the angels are sharing to us, but I am keeping my eyes open so I can keep an eye out for Teri. Divine Mother's calm that she's sharing. It's such a beautiful gift to everyone who showed up. And I'm seeing that as folks have gotten what they are wanting or feeling like they're at a good place, they can leave. And they can come and go from this hall of mirrors anytime they want. And so can you. beautiful gift that they've shown us this today. I am seeing all the other archangels walking amongst folks. I just saw Archangel Michael give a hand to my loved one to help her off her knees. It's beautiful, this gift that they've given us today. I know that I personally have learned from being in that space today. And I believe that my 3 loved ones that showed up have also had a beautiful experience today. Even if in body, they don't even know that they were there. Teri lost her internet. But it feels like we're at a good place to either leave you here if you want to stay here, or have you come back if you're ready to end your meditation. But I'm so grateful to Teri, so grateful to the archangels, Divine Mother, all of the earth angels that showed up to assist. So grateful to the Creator who created us all in love with DNA of the Creator. So friends, thank you for being here today. Thank you for spending time with us here at Enlightened World Network. Anytime you watch this video will be a perfect time for you to go into that Hall of Mirrors. So take good care. God bless. We'll see you